Hi guys, I understand I haven't started talking about anything yet, but still, it's about time for a new topic, isn't it? How do I know this? Well, I looked at my watch. More of a swatch, actually, but nonetheless, it's a Rolex swatch. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I looked at my watch and said, wow, that looks a lot like my wrist. Then I remembered that I forgot my watch in my desk drawer. So, seeing as how I was at the ceremony for the introduction of the evasive properties of water into preschool curriculum nationwide, I had to craftily wait for an opening, with which, when found, I would be able to, and was able to, go home, burst through the front door, run to the back of my house, burst through the room, back out after accidentally breaking down the door to my bathroom, run into the middle of my house, stop for a moment to consider how I forgot where the rooms in my house were, kick down the door to my room, run to my desk drawer, break it down, with artistic finesse of a samba dancing walrus. Now, you might be asking yourself, a samba dancing walrus doesn't sound very dainty, meticulous, or even careful in the slight, to which I'd reply, you know, technically that's not a question, but nonetheless, point taken. Allow me to explain. My desk drawer was not actually, how you say, locked, and therefore I was allowed a lot of leeway when attempting to unlock it. Anyway, back to the story. As I've broken down my front door, and broken down my bathroom door, and broken down my desk room door, and broken down my desk room door desk drawer, I find myself in quite a predicament. There's two things that are rather odd. Number one is that there's a copy of the song A Night in Tunisia by Shaka Khan on my neighbor's computer as he had bought it off iTunes not more than a fortnight ago. But that is completely irrelevant, so let's move on to number two. Number two is that there is no watch in my desk drawer, nay, but rather a catalog, a fancy living catalog, and on the front of that catalog is a picture of a cat on a log. The cat wore a suit and the log a top hat. Never the matter, a page was folded down. I opened the cat on a log on the catalog exactly to the page that was folded. Well, technically I turned to 3 pages before the folded page, but, well, you know, then I just kind of flipped ahead 3 pages, and alas, I was exactly on the page that was folded. On this page was a note, and it read, C#. How peculiar, I thought. But as I turned the note over, only my astonishment could outweigh the horrific sight in front of me. On the back of the note was a letter, and it read, J. It didn't take me long to realize that both these works, the note and the letter, were irrelevant as well. Casually lighting the piece of paper on fire, I continued to skim the catalog. Not long after, I stumbled upon a page that had been folded over. Not long after that, I thought, wow, how did I forget so quickly about the folded page? I look at the folded page. I unfold it. I look at the unfolded page. There was a crease precisely where it had been folded. How peculiar, I thought to myself. Studying the crease, I find a button. I press the button, and the page forcibly turns around, revealing a secret underground sector in this mansion of mine. I had no time to run, and I was sucked into the secret sector of the page. There, I found my watch, such as how Peter found the coffee mugs in the Beyond section at Bed Bath & Beyond. Anyway, I found my watch, and quickly made my way back to the ceremony for the introduction of the evasive properties of water into preschool curriculum nationwide. Just as I enter the administrative building to check back into the ceremony, a man stops me. He says, Je ne sais pas, un gâteau à la maison? To which I cleverly reply, I'm sorry, sir, but I don't speak French. So, I continue to the ceremonial hall. However, nobody is there. Quickly, I remember, I forgot to get the milk at the market. But then I also quickly remember in a counteractive passion that it had been 3 days since I left my house, and the ceremony was only 45 minutes. Nevertheless, I checked my watch for the date, only to realize that my watch looked shockingly similar to that of a wrist. To which I remembered that I didn't even have a watch. To which I remembered that I still needed milk. Why was that so suddenly prominent in my mind? I don't know. Anyway, the point of this story is, invest in a sundial. It'll be worth more than you think it will be at a later date, that of which you can't say that you know of yet because it's later than now and has not quite happened yet, but you still will not be sorry for having a sundial around. Oh, and by the way, also learn how to read a sundial because there's no point in having one if you can't use it to tell time. And yes, I do understand that this is sort of a lengthy moral for the story, but does that really matter? Think about it. Ask yourself, does it really matter, Fred? Assuming your name is Fred, and if it's not, then it's just a bad example. But anyway, it doesn't matter, and neither does the milk that I haven't yet bought. But what does matter is the letter J from the letter earlier. And the number 27. Where did the number 27 come from, you ask? Ha ha ha. Quite a question, good sir. I know a lady, and she is an angel. 27 is her lucky number. I would tell you more, but there's a certain level of anonymity combined with this idea that I can further remain an enigma. I'll finish by saying she's the jazziest woman that you would ever meet. Anyway, though, there's some dirt in a jar of cans, and we all know what that means. This commentary draws to an end. Kind of like how you draw a stick figure, and you're down to just one more arm. I wonder what part of a stick figure's body most people draw last, actually. Curious indeed. Yes, I dare say. Anyway, I'm still loving Modern Warfare 3. I just got a handle on the guns. They all feel kind of similar to me, but I'm catching on with how to use them, and it's shockingly amazing. I am literally pooping my pants as we speak about the game, though. It's a lovely, lovely time. Okay, this marks the end of our journey. I'm going to go and resume punching French women until their mustaches fall off. Peace out, dudes.